best of 3, Zhanhun versus Dewalt. And I think we just jump straight to it.
Yeah. All right, I'll take the first one here. Spawning here in the bottom right, our Protoss player from China. We have Zhanhun.
And in the top left corner, we have Dewalt TV. And we just confirmed that Dewalt is doing his own stunts, guys. So don't try this at home.
Yeah, for sure. We got crawl spawn on Radion. We've talked about this a few times now. Travel distance very big here, so could be a little bit better for the greedier players. We'll see what they want to open up with.
I feel like lately in the PvP we have seen the Zealot opener, that people like to play like the safe style with one Zealot.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, 14 Zealot's really common. It's just good for a lot of things. It's good for dealing with, 2-gate. It's good for dealing with manor pylons and things like that. So you just kind of make the 14 Zealot to deflect any sort of like early game annoyances, essentially.
Yeah, and you kind of have like the early defense as well versus any shenanigans like the proxy gates or the
Right.
manor pylons. So yeah. What do you think though, Ashi? I think like both these players are not like the kind of cheesy players. I think we'll see similar openers with Dragoon Gas, Robotanics, Reavers.
Yep, I completely expect the same thing. Dewalt is one of the most standard players out there, right? He's just always doing kind of the same standard stuff every single game, so I expect to see that from him, and kind of the same with Zhanhun. I mean, Zhanhun can mix it up a little bit. I've seen him do a little bit of interesting stuff in the other matchups, but specifically in PvP, it seems like he just likes to play the Green Reaver like you were talking about. And here we go, a little bit of divergence. Oh, never mind.
Yeah.
Okay, I thought we were skipping the 14 Zealot, but Zhanhun did make it after all.
Cross spawn for the walls is kind of confusing. Zhanhun, where he came from. Super quick scout here from Dewalt. But why Dewalt, he opened with a late gas, so I was thinking it might go 1 gate Nexus or something. I don't think that is a build, but why did he opt to go for the later gas, you think?
Just a little bit slightly more mineral mining. It just depends. You can 11 gas or 12 gas, right? It doesn't really make a whole bunch of a difference. To answer what you were saying earlier, gate expand is a thing. It is specifically very good against like a crawl expand, so like a Robo Reaver. Gate expand's actually pretty good against that. So, and I was actually starting to wonder. So he's actually going up to a second gate very early here. So he's going to be leaning on the goons a little bit more in the beginning. So he might be trying to pressure against maybe the gate Robo from Zhanhun.
Yeah, and Zhanhun, he doesn't see the gate either, so he doesn't know it's 2 gates on the way. And I saw Zhanhun, he started his range fairly quickly as well.
Yeah. I'm actually surprised that Dewalt's going for 2-gate. This keeps happening where I feel like every game I'm like, yeah, this is going to be... You're going to see that they're crawl spawn, you don't want to be aggressive, and then every time I say that, someone goes 2-gate. So I guess I'm just wrong. Like I guess going 2-gate crawl spawn on Radion is completely fine.
We need to check out our headset for being bugged or something, because every time a caster says something, the players do the opposite, so...
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, these are replays too. It's like we're controlling the pass a little bit.
Yeah, broken replays, they're not doing what we command.
So yeah, we are getting that gate Robo from Zhanhun, so he's going to have that faster Reaver tech, but Dewalt is going to be going into the 2-gate, which means that he doesn't cut any pros for his build either, so he's just going to have a very slight eco lead. It's very minimal, but he'll have a couple more units out earlier as well. And I guess we'll see if he wants to push across with a few. He might do like a 3 or 4 goon push since he opened with his 2-gate. Yeah, he's going up to 5 goons. So I think, is he going to go 3-gate? This might be 3-gate. I don't know if this is going to be a Robo.
I was thinking the same, probably a Robo.
Yeah, if it was 3-gate, it would have been way too late. So yeah, I was getting suspicious of a 3rd-gate, but yeah, it would not be good here for sure if he way too late. But he's going up to 5 goons pretty early, so I wonder if he's going to try to push out here when these extra goons come out. because he did delay his range compared to Zhanhun a little bit to get these goons out faster. So yeah, this is going to be a pressure from Dewalt.
Yeah, we think Zhanhun recognized that the range is not done, so something fishy, because range for Zhanhun is done. Is he getting an initial damage here, but Dewalt has the numbers, and still no Nexus put down. Ooh.
Yeah, pretty good turn there from Zhanhun to get a pretty good trade despite being outnumbered overall. The Zealot was kind of blocking the goon there, so it was falling further and further behind, so he was getting in danger of losing it, but yeah, with the extra goon coming out here at the high ground, it does mean that Zhanhun can take that natural like he wanted to. I think he wanted to do like a crawl expand here, and he's going to have to delay it a little bit because he's worried about the goons, but we're going to see the Robo coming out, sorry, the Observatory from Dewalt, and he may end up with a faster Nexus, but I don't think he's really that close to a Reaver tech, so there might be a little bit of a window where the Reavers can get some value here from Zhanhun.
Yeah, but do you attack with one Reaver, or do you wait for two? Because Dewalt, he made Observatory as well, so he will see what Zhanhun is doing, and he's one gate up, but Zhanhun's tech is slightly faster.
Mm-hmm.
And no support bay yet from Dewalt.
Yeah, we finished the shuttle before we started our support bay, so it's gonna kind of flounder around for a little bit, I guess, before we start that Reaver.
Boyo once said that you could make the shuttle, then you make the observer, and by the time the observer is done, your support bay is done as well. So then you start your Reaver pretty much as soon as the observatory is done.
Yeah,
yeah.
It is just a little bit off of the timing here from Dewalt, but it's not that big of a deal. It's gonna lose like 5 seconds or so. So just kind of a small thing, I guess, but could be something. The small things sometimes can be something big.
Yeah, and it confirms that there's no DT play from Zhanhun. He saw the observer, so he knows what he's up against. He might even recognize that he has a faster gate since the tech is faster for Zhanhun.
Yeah. Yeah, for sure. So Dewalt going to be able to push out here a little bit now. We do have that Reaver on the way for Zhanhun. The Nexus is finishing up about the same time. And I don't know if Dewalt saw the shuttle there.
Not sure. And it's also cross spawn, so Dewalt's Reaver will be done in time by the time Zhanhun gets there.
He's actually even got a second Reaver on the way.
Dewalt
I mean, this
he has the Salad from the initial fights as well that could take some damage.
Yeah, Zealots still absorb a lot of damage, so that can come into play. Zhanhun showed this a lot in his earlier games as well. He likes to really look for harass with the Reaver. He's not scared to dive into those naturals and main bases with his Reaver to try and find damage. A lot of pro tosses won't do that. They get kind of scared about it, you know? Because if you lose that Reaver, it can be like game ending, but he thinks it's always worth going for it.
Yeah, it could be. You could trigger like an all-in from the opposite Protoss.
Yeah.
But speed is almost done.
Yeah, slight positional advantage for Zhanhun in a sense, but that does mean that Dewalt's very close to his rallies, so he's got these 2 Reavers out when Zhanhun is still on just the 1 Reaver, and he does see with his Observer the move out, and we're going to see what Zhanhun does, right? He's going to go straight for this counterattack with this Reaver. It looks like if he does commit to it, and it looks like he's going to, even with the Zealot in there, he might get a lot of damage, but he has to be very careful at home because he is definitely at risk of dying if he does not control well.
Yeah, quick reaction here from Dewalt. It managed how, but there's going to be 2 Reavers back home for Zhanhun, but without this shuttle. Yeah, I think this is too much damage from here for Zhanhun with just the shield battery, with the ramp.
Yeah, this is basically going to force an all-in from Dewalt now, but it's going to be a really hard all-in. Zhanhun has a really good setup. Ooh. The shuttle actually goes down right away too, but both Reavers go down.
Yeah, so does the Reavers, but he didn't use the battery shield. He forgot about it. I guess it was microing back at home, but yeah, sure, it's like base trade, but Dewalt is not mining.
Yeah, Dewalt, like you said, not mining. He's going to be able to kill this base off, but oh, he did save a lot of his probes are down here at the bottom. He's down to 22 probes, though. It's not really good enough. He's trying to pick off this Reaver, and okay. He gets the Reaver, gets the shuttle. The Zealot's actually going to clean up that last goon, potentially. Looks like Dewalt did micro it away. So yeah, he's going to kill this Nexus, and we're going to see Zhanhun immediately load up another shuttle and start transferring out behind so you can bust this. So Dewalt has a really good positioning. You see in the supply, he's down about 10 workers or so, and he's up a little bit of army supply, but it's not a whole lot, but he does have that Reaver advantage, right? He's got the extra defensive Reaver at home, so he's going to be pumping a lot of probes at home, trying to catch back up on economy, while Zhanhun is on just this one base mining. So even though Dewalt has less probes, he's actually out mining because of the better mineral smoothing.
Yeah, absolutely. I was just about to point that out, and Zhanhun was so quick about the trigger as well. Like, he elevator ASAP with the units.
Yeah.
But, yeah, could cause a trigger here from... But the Reavers are so dumb when it comes to shooting upwards, but they actually managed to fire... Maybe just a little too much here without the shuttle support.
Yeah, it looked like Zhanhun's goons went the wrong direction. I think he wanted to attack into the base, but it went to 12 o'clock. This happens quite often when you're clicking the mini-map on this map.
I think he wanted to catch the shuttle.
Yeah, maybe.
That was I was thinking. Like, he moved this oh, that's a nice curve.
Yeah, it's going to pick out that Reaver, but it's going to cost him about 4 to 5 goons there, so pretty expensive trade for Zhanhun. And yeah, we see Dewalt starting to take a supply lead now, so he's just going to get further and further ahead here.
Yeah, like you mentioned, you can see how much more efficient Dewalt are mining, so killing that base and securing that many probes back at home is kind of surprising that Zhanhun didn't try to sandwich the units below the ramp and taking a base.
Yeah, I thought that's what he was going to do instead of going for the counter, right? But yeah, once again, going to fly in here with the Reaver. Zhanhun he's a madman. He goes for this constantly. He is just always flying into the base of the Reaver, so you got to be careful with this guy.
That's so sick.
Wow.
One more shot. Oh.
Alright, Dewalt does a good job cornering that, at least enforcing the unload and killing it. So, no probe damage, though, so honestly, another positive trade for Dewalt. He lost a few goons, but there's, like, no Reavers now, right? We have one Reaver, I think, for Zhanhun, and he's still stuck up on his ramp.
Yeah, and I think Dewalt actually killed the probe at the elevator out in the top right corner. I think the blue spot we see in the 9 o'clock... Okay, actually has a probe more. Also, more probes, okay.
You know what? It was dead till you said something. You brought it back to life.
Yeah. The replay was broken and got a second chance. Okay, here we go. He's trying to clean this up. He's moving down without support from the Reaver.
Yeah, it's going to get a pretty nice cleanup with this kind of flank here. Dewalt having some reinforcements coming from the top, but Zhanhun has a lot of goons left over and still has that Reaver and that shuttle as well. So Dewalt's got to be careful not to overextend and bleed off too many goons. Zhanhun very close to mining out right now, so basically Dewalt just needs to stay alive to win this game. Looks like Zhanhun is going to drop that natural, but he's a long way from mining this.
I agree. Zhanhun has 2 Reavers, Dewalt has 1. Dewalt just needs to hold right now. But like you mentioned, there's a lot of dragoons, and he's still a madman. He wants to go in and kill more probes.
He's crazy, man. Flying back into the natural with 2 more Reavers, and this is a really good angle. Wow, nice pop. That was like 10 probes. I think we were around 40.
Yeah, that was 10 exactly. That's what you need to get back in this game while you take an expansion behind this. Although it keeps Dewalt's bases fresh, he's not mining that much from them, so they're alive for longer.
Yeah, very strategic from Dewalt, losing a bunch of probes there so he doesn't mine out. Really, really smart play for sure.
That's how I feel when I kill probes from Dewalt or the Bonyth or something. Yeah, I killed 20 probes. I'm winning this game. But I'm just leaving them more supply to make carriers, so I should stop killing their probes. So,
yeah, there are some players where it's very dangerous to trade army for probes because their army just gets so big as you're killing their economy over and over again. And
okay, let's see who's paying most attention right here in this Reaver battle. There's a lot of Dewalt is growing by the minute, and like you mentioned, Zhanhun is just on 1 base, 1.5. Even in
but he's actually managed to even this game back up now. Like they're even on an army of supply right now. Once again, he might be sharking to look here, but Dewalt has enough. He's had enough. He's got a ton of goons here in his natural. Not going to allow that to happen. I think he's got goons on the bottom of his main base as well. So, yeah, he's very aware of Zhanhun's aggressiveness with these Reavers. He's not going to let that happen. But Zhanhun has a really good defensive position, and with like what is this? 3 Reavers out here with 2 shuttles now. He's going to be looking to maybe take a third even, and Dewalt's actually going to be the one behind on Eco relatively soon if that happens.
Yeah,
I'm actually surprised he has.
The Dewalt has the plus 25 damage as well, so he's just a couple of scarabs away from cleaning this army away, and controlling 2 shuttles is super hard as well.
It's very hard, yeah. There's actually no shuttle here with these Reavers. Yeah, the shuttle going to have to try to come back here.
Oh, why did they go home?
Yeah, he wanted to pick up that 4th Reaver and bring it home. Actually, no. Okay, yeah. I don't know why the 1 came home, yeah. But yeah, showing up with his extra shuttle and Reaver now. He's got 4 Reavers in total here, just the 2 from Dewalt. But like you said, a little bit difficult for Zhanhun to try and juggle here with this many shuttles. And yeah, the Reavers are going to go down from both players, and it comes out relatively even. But Dewalt did take a supply lead. Okay, yeah, we got a bunch of Dragoons behind.
Yeah. Yeah, he had so many Dragoons in the main to cover from the drop, and he still has the shuttle. Just need to not lose too many Dragoons against this Reaver, and not lose his own, or get the shuttles up!
Ooh. Nice target from Zhanhun. It looked like he was going to go for the shuttle, but he smartly went for the Reaver right when it dropped. Well, Miss Rally going to bleed off a goon, and right now every unit's very precious. Dewalt actually took a really good fight there. He's suddenly up a lot of supply, and his army looks very, very big. He's got a ton of dragoons.
And a ton of minerals left as well. 6 gates versus 4. And behind it is taking a third. Usually you see a lot of products taking the third too fast, which actually makes them die against mass units.
Oh, man. Having a bit of a rally problem. Another goon goes down for free. He's going to catch 1 goon here on the bottom side and maybe be able to clean it up, but Dewalt kind of fixing his arc a little bit and going to come back in here and fight this around this little dude out here. And he's got more goons than Zhanhun. He's got the better arc right now.
Yeah, Dewalt just baiting him.
Yeah.
Still a decent trade here from Zhanhun, but Dewalt has so many gates behind this, so you can see the reinforcements are streaming down in the middle.
Yeah, and he's got that additional Reaver as well. You just see it in the supply, right? Dewalt's up about 30 supply now, so his army is much, much larger. He's got that 3rd Nexus on the way too, so even if he doesn't kill him here, he is just going to be taking that lead from the Eco in the next minute or so. But that being said, he's taking the Nexus and pushing.
Interesting to see. Dewalt has plus 25 damage, but he doesn't have the speed shuttle.
Wait, does he not?
No, he has the plus 25, but he doesn't have the speed.
That has to be a mistake, right? Yeah, you're right, though. He doesn't have speed shuttle. That's crazy.
Maybe it's easier to control. I don't know.
But I think that explains why he's losing them against the goons, though, right? Like, he's having a hard time picking up and getting away fast enough. Oh, bit of a mistake there.
Yeah, massive scarab right there.
He's going to dive on top of this Reaver, but it's going to cost him a lot of goons in the process. And GG, Dewalt going to take this game. Nice back and forth. Dewalt, understanding that he needed to pull the trigger and just commit to the attack when Zhanhun went for this counterattack. But Zhanhun, man, he does this, dude. He is not afraid to fly into your base over and over and over again with those Reavers, and it can be kind of stressful, I imagine.
Yeah, absolutely. Great game there. It was looking quite dangerous for a moment for Dewalt, but a great comeback as well, killing the Nexus of Zhanhun.
Yeah, pretty good stuff there from Dewalt overall. I think we're going to go ahead and jump straight into the second game here of Zhanhun versus Dewalt. And spawning here in the top left, we have our Chinese Protoss player, Zhanhun.
And in the bottom left, we have Dewalt, 1-0 up against Zhanhun.
All right, what do you think? More of the same? Because that's exactly what I'm expecting. There might be some slight differences in the openers here and there, but it's probably going to be Goon Reaver versus Goon Reaver.
Yeah, I hope to see some difference, but I don't think this is a good map for a 2-gate opener. It's fairly easy because of the mineral and the ramp to hold. You don't really need that many units to hold against Salads. If you put interesting pylon placement there for Dewalt, you might think he is in the bottom right corner. I don't know.
That is kind of weird because he's left side mining, so either way, that is an odd pylon. I guess he's going to drop the gateway on the other side of the gas, but that is an interesting SimCity for sure. I don't like it because the shuttles can be coming from above you here, and you're going to be making it harder for your units to get through the top side of your base.
Yeah, exactly. You're just making a hard SimCity for yourself. And where do you put the second? Or you can't put the second gate anywhere. Like you need the other pylon.
Yep. Yeah, it's going to have to be a forward pylon, I imagine.
Faster gas this time from Dewalt. So that might mean we don't see the double gate that fast. Maybe a robo and into a nexus.
Yeah. Yeah, the main thing is going to be, like I said, how many gateways are we going to do? Are we going to do like a crawl expand, gate expands, anything like that? We'll see how many. So 3 going to go in gas for both players here, so it's not going to be anything crazy. No gate expand, I don't imagine. So yeah, it's probably just going to be a normal. Both players making the 14 zealot here, so I think it's just going to be a normal gate robo.
Yeah,
maybe a 2 gate, but I don't think so.
Boring processes, always play the identical build.
Yeah, isn't it funny, by the way, in PvP, it's just kind of like they have to do the same build more or less, but you throw them into like PvT and they have about 67 different builds that they're going to do.
Yeah. And as a Terran player, you have to put down scan, mine, and turrets to prevent any invisible units or flying units or whatever.
Yeah, hope you guys enjoy the Terran propaganda of 2 different Terran players complaining about how unfair TVP is.
Yeah, I mentioned earlier that I'm the type of guy that I like new maps. I like I don't like playing similar maps like 2 times in a row. But right. I will still complain that the maps are imbalanced.
Yeah, I hear you.
When I like this season in the BSL, I try to actually get Death Valley in my games, but my opponents kept banning them.
Death Valley is unironically a good Terran map for TVP. You can't convince me otherwise. I actually think it's good. You can go 13 CC, and then you can wall your front with just a barracks depot, and the Marine comes out on the correct side on both spawns. I think it's actually so good.
I just realized something, that when a Dragoon chases an SCV, it chases it down and kills it. But when a Dragoon chases a Dragoon, they can't shoot at each other. It would just run out of range.
Oh, yeah, because of the same movement speed. Yeah. I think we're going to get a spotter pylon here on the top side for Dewalt. This will just be the spot shuttles coming later on. We do have that observatory quick here from Zhanhun, which kind of surprises me a little bit because I couldn't imagine Dewalt ever going DT. I don't know if he does. I imagine he must sometimes, but I personally have like never seen him go DT in PvP.
Yeah, I think it's super rare, and it's kind of interesting to see how many salads Zhanhun is making behind this.
Yeah, Zhanhun delayed his range for a really long time. How is that compared to Dewalt's range timing? Yeah, so Dewalt's done with his, where Zhanhun is very far away. So Zhanhun, he made these extra zealots. He delayed his range. He's getting his tech out like super fast, right? This is like very fast observer and Reaver behind it.
Yeah, it's really conservative. Like it seems like he's super scared about the DT play.
Yeah. Yeah, he's going to have a very fast Reaver timing. I wonder if he's going to go for some sort of push even. Okay, now it looks like we might be taking that expansion. So I was kind of wondering, because we cut our range for so long, if he wanted to go for like a 2 Reaver, like aggressive build, but not going to do it. Going to fly in here with the Observer. It's going to see the Goon count here turn back around, potentially worried about the Observer coming out and killing his, which was good by him, because if he committed it, 100% would have died. And now the Observer is going to see each other, so we're going to see Dewalt try to chase this down. And we're going to try to get to the high ground, but Dewalt going to run it down and kill it. So that's really nice, actually, for Dewalt.
We're giving Dewalt a lot of praise, but I have to criticize him. I don't like the pylon in the top left corner of his base, because the shuttle can sneak around on the left side. I would like to see it slightly more placed in the middle of the ramp.
Yeah. Yeah, the only reason I was thinking he might have put it there was because it's better for spotting the natural if he comes in to like drop his natural straight down from there. But I do kind of agree that it does leave him quite a blind spot there on that left side.
True. Dewalt confirms that there's a lot more sellouts than he had. Oh!
Oh,
It's a nice save there from Dewalt. I don't think we have a shuttle out. Is there a shuttle out with the river inside that comes streaming up? That could be... Ooh. I think Zhanhun is in trouble.
yeah, he might be in a little bit of trouble. There are a lot of goons here, and it's only 4 here in total from Zhanhun. It's going to be a good trade for Dewalt. He's going to pick off a couple of zealots. Oh man, that reaver shot though. Suddenly maybe not so great of a trade. And now both observers kind of trapped over here. You know what he did? He rescued the observer. That's what this push was right here.
A rescue mission right there. I like it.
That being said, one observer is going to go down anyway. We're still chasing this goon here on the right side, and it's going to leave Dewalt on a bit of a chase there.
I was a little surprised that there was a second observer coming across the map. I thought it was going to be a shuttle with a river inside it. Yeah, we have a little like a Dragoon versus Dragoon dance in the right side of the map. Seems like it might be able to actually save it.
Make it home.
Yeah, going all this trouble to make it home. Magic journey of the Dragoon.
Yeah, Dewalt's going to abandon that chase. They're going getting it home. We're now at 2 Reavers here for Zhanhun with his shuttle. He has the shuttle speed on the way. Dewalt a little bit slower with the shuttle, but because he is in a defensive position, he should have that shuttle before, and he's even going to turn Zhanhun back around here. But these goons got to be careful. You definitely don't want to forfeit these very freely. But nice catch, actually, on the shuttle, and one of the Reavers even goes down, and even kills the second Reaver from the high ground. This is terrible for Zhanhun.
That's a little bit sloppy for Zhanhun. A great catch from Dewalt right there.
Yeah, that was a huge moment. That's borderline game ending. I actually can't believe that went so well for Dewalt. I mean, Zhanhun spotted, he came back for it and wasn't paying a whole lot of attention, whereas Dewalt was. So, yeah, amazing pick on those 2 Reavers, and this might actually just be a trigger for Dewalt to go now, because we're going to have, what, 1 Reaver, no shuttle when he gets here. So with good micro, he actually should just be able to break through and kill Zhanhun here.
Yeah, those are the type of moments you kind of want to see the player camera to see how he reacted to losing action. Because it's game-ending damage, really. Like, he could get a good surround right here.
Yeah, and it's actually not even a Reaver that came out for Zhanhun. It was the shuttle first, so gonna try and focus down that one shuttle. It does get the 1 Reaver as well, but the goons are winning on the bottom side here for Dewalt. There's still 1 Reaver left over here. Looks like it's actually out of Scarabs, though. Yeah, had to rebuild the Scarab there. It does take that goon down. And this game is looking over. We have a Reaver coming out. I mean, he might be able to survive on his high ground, right? But this Nexus is going to die. And even killing that shuttle right away, Zhanhun not paying attention. And
a really
doesn't
nice
have to go up and kill him,
shuttle dance there from Dewalt, saving the Reavers for as long as he could.
Yeah, it was done really well. And this Reaver immediately gets targeted, but is that going to dud? Dude, Reaver's shooting up a ramp. It's so terrible. And because of it, actually loses his Reaver.
The game is over, but
yeah,
Dewalt is up 1-0, so yeah, GG's called.
And GG, Dewalt going to take the 2-0 here over Zhanhun. Nice clean wins. A little bit of some mistakes there from Zhanhun, some control mistakes, not something you expect to see from a player like that, but yeah, he hiccups a little bit, and Dewalt immediately pounces on it and takes the win for that reason. So yeah, against these players, you can't be making mistakes like that. They'll just kill you right away.
Yeah, at this level, it's the small mistakes. You have the similar builds, but it's the small mistakes, the flaws, the errors that actually causes the game to favor the other player. And yeah, Dewalt really pouncing on those mistakes versus Zhanhun and taking down a pretty convincingly 2-0 win there.
Yeah, very convincing. And I think that actually wraps it up, right, for the group stages. And now it's going to go into the playoffs for this tournament.
Yeah, I'm not sure how the bracket turns out actually after this. So I think, yeah, here we have it. Ooh. We actually got a repeat, Dewalt versus Zhanhun here in the winner bracket 1.
Yeah, straight away, Dewalt Zhanhun. Winner of that's going to go up against Fengzi. And then Bonyth waiting for people in the winner bracket final best of 5 here. So Bonyth getting first place here does kind of push him way up. Mihu and QiaoGege going to be starting us off in the losers bracket. And I mean, just look at this lineup, right? Like the losers bracket is Mihu and QiaoGege. Like that's how strong these players are.
Yeah, it's pretty crazy. And like you said, we see Bonyth already waiting in the bracket finals, like he's used to do. Now Bonyth can play Heroes of Might and Magic 3 for a couple of weeks, come back 2 days before the finals and take it down. We saw it in the 2 versus 2 BSL. He waited 3 months to play the finals. We saw it in BSL. He went 2 months to play the finals. Now we have to wait a week or two to play the winner bracket finals again. So yeah.
It must be nice to play this game part-time and still get so much downtime while you wait for your opponents to catch up to you. Like just the raw talent that Bonyth has, right? To be this good with the amount of time that he puts in is pretty insane. And it's kind of nice for him. Bonyth definitely to me always feels like a PvP specialist, and there's a good chance that these Protoss players knock out the other players for him, and he just might get all PvP to wrap this up.
Yeah, it just shows how mannered Bonyth is. Like he's letting other players catch up, giving them enough time to practice. So yeah, it's really nice of him to just sit down and wait, a cup of tea, and yeah.
All right. Yeah, that is going to wrap it up for our games today. I don't know if we have anything else to cover here. I do have a K-League to hop over to here pretty soon. Oh yeah, we'll do the shout outs. I can cover this real quick. Why not? I'll just read what's on screen here. We're going to do a bit of shout outs here for the supporters of BSL. For Bombastic Wolf of Wall Street, we got Andrew with $200. Bombastic Journal, $100. We have My Fleeting Dream. Bombastic Colonel, $50. We have Striker. Bombastic Majors, we have 2-pack at $30. And the $20 Bombastic Majors, we have Steaming Gypsy, Chaosu, Medino, here with us right now, Steven Robertson, KG, Daniel Lopez, LML, Nicholas Schuler. Thanks for the supports, guys. Without you guys, BSL is not possible. So, yeah, as I said before, really appreciate just the support and love that you guys show to StarCraft, and it allows us to keep this going, which I can never get enough StarCraft. I'll be playing this game until I die of old age, probably. So, hoping you guys can help make that dream a reality.
Yeah, old age. You can see I'm starting to get there. This happened. I played 10 games yesterday on the new shield battery ladder, and I tore my hair off playing it. So yeah, it's an old man's game. It's an old man's cast. So yeah, thanks for watching. Thanks for having us, and stay tuned for more games later on and this next weekend.